Hello, Steve White, TrekBoy89 for Steve Arts89. Well, I just was looking at some pictures of some, it looks like prototypes of Picard Season 3 toys, and maybe a Strange New World toy, and maybe a Boiler toy from Lower Decks. And it was on Trek Central, and I wanted to share it, repost it. I mostly just do that so I can find the article or the pictures later on, so it's on my feed. And I couldn't. I'm like, oh, what's wrong here? And I went to make a comment, and it said I'd been blocked. I'm like, seriously, Trek Central, you blocked me? Glad I'm such a threat that you have to block me from. Oh no, I might make a comment about Star Trek, like an informed, intelligent comment about Star Trek that I know, that I love, that I've been a fan of my whole life. I mean, God, you wouldn't want someone who actually knows Star Trek and loves it to actually, I don't know, comment or perhaps repost something to promote the show, or just to talk about it. I mean, God, you can't have intelligent, knowledgeable Star Trek fans talking about Star Trek and using your posts or your articles or your images. I mean, you can't have that. It's just really bizarre and insulting. I mean, if I was one of these chuds or these maggots who, have issues with diversity and representation, they're white supremacists and they don't want Strange New Worlds, they don't believe in IDIC or anything like that, I could kind of understand being blocked because I'd be saying offensive things or racist things or stuff like that. But I'm talking about the issues with canon. I'm talking about the issues with the continuity and integrity of the show, the way it's marketed, the way elements of it are written, elements that how it's shot, and intelligent, knowledgeable comments about a show I love. Apparently, that is offensive or dangerous and has to be banned or blocked or censored. That's just really sad. Like I said, if I was a chud or a maggot or part of the Phantom Menace or something and was going on about how, oh, it's too woke. I am woke. I've been woke since before woke had a name. So yeah, it's pretty offensive and just sad. Like, how many other people like me who are real Star Trek fans, who are knowledgeable about Star Trek, who've commented and criticised things that they've said which would have been incorrect or misleading, have blocked people for political reasons, like, oh, we can't have you, speaking the truth about our product, instead of perhaps looking at the product and going, why aren't fans happy with this? Instead, it's like, let's just block the fans. Let's call them racist. Let's call them sexist and homophobic and say they're toxic and block them, instead of actually looking at our product, because they're not going to buy it. And who else is going to buy it? So yeah, I just find this is symptomatic of the thinking behind new Trek. It's just backwards, and yeah, because I've never posted anything offensive about Star Trek or anything like that. So yeah, like, there's no reason for them to have blocked me, no legitimate reason for them to have blocked me. And it's just sad. Like I said, it's just a reflection of all the problems with Star Trek and how they see fans and how they see the show and how they deal with stuff like that. So I just had to comment on that for a minute. Not the first Star Trek thing I've been blocked from. Allegedly, supposedly, certain people who worked on a certain director's edition of a certain best Star Trek film ever made had me removed from several groups because they didn't like me criticising the show intelligently and legitimately and factually. So instead of dealing with that criticism like, big boys, they had to get rid of me because it was too much for them to, address actual concerns and actual issues respectably and intelligently. Why do I keep saying intelligently? Because some of these people are really stupid. They really just don't get Star Trek. They're really basic people who think Star Trek is just about people flying around in ships with ray guns and hot alien chicks, and they don't actually get that Star Trek had many levels. They don't get allegory. They don't understand any of this. And so there's some of the people that just sort of offending by actually stating, things about Star Trek that they don't get because they're not intelligent enough to get it. And people are like, you can't say that. You can't say when someone's not intelligent. There's plenty of below standard IQ people out there that are causing a lot of trouble in society, and for some reason we're afraid to say anything about them. But they're a problem. A lot of them voted for Trump, and that's why we're in the mess that we're in. And we say, you can't say... Yeah, they're low, intelligent, uneducated people, and they're a huge problem. They are impeding societal growth and progress, and censorship of even things like media, like Star Trek. So forgive the truck, I've got the windows open, it's hot in Australia. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of how places like Trek Central and Trek Movie see and treat fans and fan criticism, legitimate, intelligent fan criticism, versus dealing with actual toxic fans, which of course are an issue. But lumping us all in together and treating us all like enemies, that's really not going to help Star Trek as a whole.